Mm, what? Hold on. Gotta get this. Oh, we're here. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay, what is up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in to another one of my videos. It's your girl Amaya, and today we're going to be talking about tips and tricks for your first week of college and a little bit about what to expect. So if you want to tune in to this video, which you obviously do, because guess what? You're on it. Keep watching. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a 7 o'clock. So, your first week of college, it's an exciting time. I decided to do this video now because I just finished my first semester of college, so I wanted to keep that fresh in my mind, so I wouldn't forget or leave anything out in the future. So, the first thing is first, move-in day. Move-in day is going to be tiring. Tiring. I know a lot of people say move-in day is going to be stressful, but it's only stressful if you let it get stressful. So if you don't let yourself get stressed out easily, then don't worry about it. But it is going to be tiring. Keep that in mind. It is going to be tiring on not only you, but also the people who are helping you move in as well. So whether that be your family or friends, or it's usually your family. So keep in mind that you as well as your family is going to be tired. Also, in that moving in day phase, make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you eat something, because the last thing you want to do is pass out while trying to bring some bags up the stairs or whatever you're doing. So basically, the reason I'm saying to eat and drink is because you're moving furniture, you're moving a mass amount of things, because you'll be living in this dorm or wherever you're living in there, and you're doing it back to back. So you're not really focusing on eating or drinking, but I'm telling you now, eat before and drink before you get there, and stay hydrated while you do it, because the last thing you want is for someone to pass out while carrying something up the stairs. The second thing on move-in day is definitely keep in mind that you are not only moving in, but your family is also going through this experience with you too. So keep that in mind. Stay calm. If stuff gets a little stressful, stay calm, because they're having emotions about you moving in just as well as you do. So keep that in mind. The third thing is be aware of your surroundings. So I'm sure, especially now in 2019, how we have all this social media and things like that, you've connected with some of the people who you're going to be going to college with. So in that case, I know we can be so dead focused on, moving our stuff in and trying to finish as fast as possible. But I want you to be aware of your surroundings and the people who are around you who are also moving in, because there might be somebody that you've connected with online, but if you're so dead set into moving in and very stressed, they might see you and might not know whether they can approach you or not, because you look so flustered. So basically, just be aware of your surroundings. If you see somebody that you've connected with in the past throughout the summer or something like that, definitely say hey. I mean, this is both of your guys' first time at college, moving into college. So definitely make each other feel welcomed, and just love on one another. Maybe not love on one another. Maybe that's too soon. Maybe just say hey. Say hey, Okay. Okay, so here's another thing that I learned during my college, my first week at college. Do not let yourself get too worried and overwhelmed with people. So basically, when you get in college, everybody's emotions are like hyperactive, and everybody's, so definitely be friendly and be social, but do not hold everybody to the expectation that they are now, only because they talk to you, are now going to be your best friends throughout your whole college experience. Some of them might stay your best friends, but some of them, you just might take different paths. I mean, it's a first week, so for that time, you're usually going to be doing the same things as the other person. So please do not let yourself get overwhelmed with that. This is just something general about the whole week, and maybe I would even say a month into college. Don't be afraid if your eating patterns change. I know when I first came into college, I love to eat, first of all. I love to eat, love food, all of that. But when I got into college, I was not eating as much. Like, I would get a yogurt for breakfast, first of all, because I wouldn't be that hungry to begin with. So I would get a yogurt for breakfast and put little, granolas and fruits in there. And I would only eat half of a yogurt. I'm like, wait a minute. This is not like me. What's going on? But just take a second. Don't get too worried. My appetite definitely got back up as school went along. I definitely think it's just a change, first of all, in food. And then you have a lot of other stuff to worry about as far as college goes and new experiences that you're dealing with as well. So don't worry about it. It will get better. Definitely eat though. Like, force yourself to eat something. Don't skip the meals. But I'm saying your portions might not be as big as what they usually are if you're at home or somewhere where you're very familiar with. These next couple of things that I'm telling you, I'm just going to call them a triplet because I feel like they all flow in together. So the first one is read your emails. Read your emails. I know from my school personally at Yall, a lot of stuff is delivered to us through our emails. It could be over break. It was before we got to school, while we're at school. Teachers use the emails. Advisors use the emails. Directors of clubs, everything like that. They use the email. So definitely check it. And make it a habit to check it. I would say every day because there's some important information that you might not want to miss on the email. Second thing is definitely make a habit. Start making a habit, I would say now, of putting things in your calendar, whether that be on your phone, your computer, or you like to write what you have to do down. Make that a habit. In college, even your first week, there will be so many things that you could possibly do that you're going to need to have a schedule laid out because you might miss something that you want to go to rather than the other. It's just a lot of stuff going on. So I would recommend definitely putting things, writing them down, like I said, putting in your phone or your computer, and definitely making a schedule of what you have to do so you can guarantee that you're going to be there and not miss anything that's coming up. So yeah. The third one that kind of falls into this triplet, I would say, is reading your syllabus. I would say reading your syllabus falls in here because that can also determine what's going into your calendar and your schedule and all of that. Teachers do put when projects are due on the syllabus, so you can just get a background of when something's going to be due, a background of what's going on in the class, what to expect, things like that. So you know how to plan out how you'll be spending your time in that class, how you're going to prioritize that specific class. And speaking of classes, I know it's going to be your first year, but please do not be afraid to change your class schedule as a first year. Do not be afraid. Do not think just because, oh, my schedule's already made, I don't know how this works, I do not want to touch anything. Okay, so personal example, I was placed in a religious studies class that would fulfill one of my requirements, but I actually wanted to take a philosophy class rather than the religious studies class. So all I did was talk to my advisor, see if that would fulfill the same requirement and include the same amount of credits, and find an opening in that class. Luckily, there was an opening, and switched over to that class. So guys, all I'm saying is as long as it fulfills the requirement that you had in place and also is the same amount of credits. Do not be afraid to switch the class. If you'll enjoy the class more, you'll learn better. You'll put more effort into the class, and your overall GPA will just be better because you like the class. So it's as simple as that. So I would recommend definitely advocate for yourself during that first week. If you realize you don't like a class, don't sit in it too long, only because the add drop period it's not but so long. So keep that in mind, and like I said, do not be afraid to change your schedule when you first come in. Of course, after sitting in the class for a while to see if you actually don't like it or you do. Lastly, I'm gonna say this. Use your free time wisely. I know during your first week there's so much going on. I would just recommend getting into a routine of things. It's normal when you first go in to feel kind of like lost. Like personally, I was like, dang, I'm at college, and over the summer I was just at my parents' house, and it just feels weird now that I'm all on my own. I'm making my own decisions. Basically telling my own self what to do. So definitely get in the habit of a routine just so you can feel the comfort of home, I guess you would say. Yeah, definitely get in the habit of a routine and use your free time wisely. Please do not, I'm not even saying this like I haven't done this. I have done this. But please use your free time wisely. There'll be plenty of things such as parties, events that happen. They'll repeat themselves so many times throughout the week, the semester, the year. You will have plenty of times to go back and indulge in that again. So use your free time wisely. For example, if you have an assignment due or a quiz to study for, make sure you prioritize that first before you go to an event or a recreational activity or anything like that. It will catch up to you. It will catch up. Just trust me. And with that being said, you can also incorporate rest into your free time. Naps are always good, especially for the first week and the first couple of weeks of college. The last thing we want to do is sit down, right? The last thing we want to do is like get away from it all. We really want to be indulged in it. But take some time to rest because it will catch up to you as well. If you don't get enough rest, it will affect your overall performance in the day and school and all like that. So definitely take the time. Take some time for yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be a nap, but maybe some alone time, some self-care time, whatever you do in your free time, and rest that way, because it'll definitely help you kind of balance the whole freedom and still taking care of your own self. So on that note, I really thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was quick. I know it was kind of short. But that was the tips that I have for the first couple of weeks or week of college. If you guys have any more questions or want to see any different videos about college, definitely leave them in the comments below. I will definitely reply to them. And thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great time in college, a great week, a great couple of months, semester, year in college. And I don't know what that was. Wow.